Welcome back, and hello, my name is Josh Dacey. We are joined by head Chipotle Indians women's basketball coach Greg Franklin. Coach Franklin, tonight your number one ranked Indians get back to action after 6 days off. We'll take on Tallahassee Community College, who's 18-3 overall and 3-0 in conference. What do you expect from the Eagles tonight?
They're going to play with a lot of intensity. They're going to full court presses, run and jump, play a little 2-3 zone sometimes. A little diamond press, but mostly just pressure, full court pressure. They're a very deep club. They'll run 10, 11 kids in. And offensively, they want to play up pace, up tempo. It'll be a great challenge for us. I mean, they're playing well right now. They have 3 or 4 losses, but it's not indicative of how well they're playing right now. At this moment, they got some kids stepping up and doing some good things. I was pretty impressed with their last game against Gulf Coast. The Gulf Coast looked like they looked like second half they just kind of laid down a little bit. It's not indicative of a Rooney Scoville team, I can tell you that. It was there in Tallahassee, and they're playing well, so it'll be fun. It'll be fun tonight.
Coach, the girls have had 6 days off since their last win against Gulf Coast. How has practice gone, and whom have you been most impressed with?
I think all of our kids have kind of had a sense of urgency now. We've had some good practices. We've had to iron some things out that we weren't doing well. I thought our helping the helper, if that makes sense to anybody out there, I know it makes sense to you, being a coaching mind, but helping the helper. We were doing a lot of rotations where some people were stepping over and helping out, but we didn't have anybody sliding in on that rotation and on drop. And we've had to really concentrate on that. Box outs, we really had to go back and get fundamental with that, being physical with your box outs, and not minding being physical. Sometimes we talk about it, but we don't want to be about it. Let's get physical, coach. This week we decided we were going to be a little bit more physical with our box outs, and it was a little spirited. Had some times where some guys didn't like get hit so hard, but that's okay. You want to play at a frenetic pace in practice, and play at a physicality in practice where you get to the games, and it doesn't faze you. It's just where you're at, and now the other team has to match your intensity, your physicality.
Coach, Evelyn Akakor was named Player of the Week by the FCSAA for the 4th straight time this year. What will she have to do tonight to continue her dominance in the post?
Man, I tell you what, that's it. People say, "Oh, you've done a great job with Evelyn." Evelyn's done a great job with Evelyn. I'm just going to say that and I say this all the time because I couldn't be prouder of a player as a person, because just as good as a player she is, that's as good as a person she is, as good a teammate she is. At times she's a little too unselfish. We run a lot of things to her, and she'll want to defer, but that just speaks volumes of the type of kid she is. We're looking at a kid that's averaging 23 points, 16, 17 rebounds, but she could easily, if she wanted to be selfish, she could easily be averaging 32, 33. But when she gets tripled and quadruple teamed, she defers at the right times now. She's getting better at it. A kid that, came to us last year that was pretty raw, offensively, but starts to do some things now that, you're looking at her, when she makes some plays, I'm going, wow. That was very calm, cool, collected, poised and patient, taking what the defense gives you, those type of things. And then I think something else that's helped her game is that she stretched her range out. I mean, it's tough to guard a person. Last year, I felt like she was, 4 or 5 feet. Now she's stepping out there, 15, 16, 17 feet and knocking some jumpers down, where it makes it really tough on the other teams to guard her, because she stretches the floor a little bit more now. And that's going to be something, I say this to her all the time. She doesn't want to hear it. But, that's something that's going to be for her down the road. When she's going to be playing professionally, because she is a professional basketball player. She will be a professional basketball player. I thought if she came out this year, she'd be a top 5 pick. In the WNBA draft. And that tells you that I'm not that great a coach. I just got really good players. It tells you better be a good recruiter. But she's a kid that's going to get better and better, because I think along the way she'll also take on that professionalism, which she has right now, but that professionalism of getting her body better, which you say, Coach, how can you do that? I mean, bench pressing 242 pounds, there's no body fat. I mean, but it still is, what you put in your body is important. How you handle yourself off the floor. I just really believe that the sky's the limit for her. I mean, when you got University of Tennessee and the likes of those people that are recruiting you, that's a pretty good benchmark right there.
Coach, one of the things that you've done so far this season is speed up a lot of your opponents, a lot of presses. Do you expect them to try to slow you down tonight and kind of?
No, not at all. I think they want to embrace it. Q worked for me, worked with me. I see a lot of the offenses, a lot of the defenses they run, are things that we did together. He's a tremendous coach, and I think he's going to be pretty much set in his way when he walks in here. He's going to want to press from getting off the bus until he gets back on, and whatever will be, will be. I don't think he's going to change his philosophy. One thing about us that I think is a little bit different than most every team is that offensively we're kind of fostering an identity of let's make the extra pass. Let's go from making a good shot to let's take that great one or that one that is the best ever shot. And that's something we're trying to foster right now to take us into, conference play, deep into conference play and into tournament play. Let's get the best ever shot every possession. And that's something we're really trying to work on right now. But to answer your question again, no, he's not going to change anything. And both of us are pretty hard-headed, so it ought to be an upbeat, up and down game, and we'll see what happens.
Coach, thank you for your time today and good luck.
Thank you, man. Always great.